Hi, I'm Shayna. I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm currently a high school senior. I applied to three different colleges this year. I applied to University of Connecticut, University of Massachusetts Amherst, and Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. I want to major in neurobiology and possibly minor in neuroscience. I want to be a neurologist, which is a doctor that deals with the brain, so I want to be heavily involved with that. I plan on going to medical school after my first 4 years of college. So I applied to University of Connecticut using the Common App, which is a website where you fill out your information, such as like your family information, your educational information, any activities you did, and just like everything that you did in high school. You go on the website, I think it's commonapp.org, and you create an account and you fill out all that information, and at the end you have to type an essay of about 500 words. I wrote mine on how I took a college class in high school and it wasn't required. I applied to UConn in November. They have an unofficial deadline of December 1st if you want to be considered for honors program and for more scholarships, but their overall regular decision deadline is January 15th. A lot of colleges' deadlines are around, for early action, it would be around December, but for regular decision, it's around January, February. And about a month and a half later, now we're starting to hear back from UConn. I heard back from my other schools, like within 3 weeks of applying, and this one takes about like 6. I think a lot of people use the Common App. It's very common for colleges to accept it because all of your information is on one form and you don't have to retype it for every college you apply to. I only applied to 3 colleges, which is a very low number to apply to, very low. But other people, I know someone who applied to 8 colleges, someone applied to 12, so it gets a pain. It becomes a pain when you have to retype all that information in your essay again. So I would say to have a better chance of getting accepted to a college that you really want to go to. For me specifically, I wanted to go to UConn really bad. But SAT scores are important. It's a standardized test, and it shows how you compare in English and math to other students. And a lot of colleges really look at that strongly, and many students do not so good on the test. It's an 8-hour test, and on a Saturday, so on a weekend when you don't have school. But many people do bad on it, and they don't want to retake it to get a higher score, so they end up with a low score, and colleges see that, and unfortunately sometimes it gets them from getting accepted. Your GPA is also important, how well you do in your classes, like your grades, so that's not just a one-day test, that's over the course of 4 years, and it's more reflective of who you actually, if you study well and if your grades are reflective of who you are, then your transcript with all your grades on it is more reflective than a one-day test. So keeping your grades up is important. That shows the colleges how hard you try in your classes all year long. Activities are also very important. A lot of colleges want people who are involved. They don't want just someone who is strictly academics. UConn has over 18,000 students, and they have great sports teams, and they're always looking for kids who are involved in sports, and especially those that have leadership positions such as captains and presidents and such like that. So I think that's very important to be heavily involved if you want to get accepted to not just UConn but any college. If you're more involved, if you're trying harder, colleges see that and they recognize it and they're more likely to accept you. So I hope this video helped. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me. Bye.